episode of NWA Power. Natalia Markova winning that 6-woman tag team match to score the #1 contender spot for right here at Hard Times, baby. Has a huge shot to make history, perhaps holding the Burke. It could all happen right now on Power. Nearly unstoppable as our NWA World Women's Champion has been defending that belt all over the country. And again, coming here to Dothan, Alabama on NWA Power. Going up against arguably the toughest contender that Kenzie's ever had.
Kenzie Page, as you said, nearly unstoppable.
All right, folks, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, the Burke hangs in the balance. Stay tuned. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. That is what it is all about, the NWA World Women's Championship, affectionately known as the Burke. Kenzie Page defending that title from a raucous crowd in Dothan, Alabama, against Natalia Markova. Can the Crush get it done here on Power?
Let me tell you something, Joey G. I don't know that there's a better wrestler in really anywhere than Kenzie Page. She's unstoppable. You said it yourself.
It's hard to argue. Natalia Markova, laser focused in this matchup, has had 2 other opportunities at the NWA World Women's Championship when it was held by Camille. Came up short those times. You don't get a lot of opportunities at the Burke.
No,
you got to make the most of it, and looking to make history here on NWA Power. As a shotgun boot to the face of the champion. Ooh! And Markova looking like $1,000,000 deep into the cover. Kick out by Page.
No way. No way. A little early. Yeah, that's right. Get out of there. Call the timeout. Regroup. And
sidestep. Kick to the face.
Markova fell for it. Yeah, that's right.
There's a lot of history between these two women. Actually had a few matches during the World is a Vampire tour last year. Familiarity with one another in a huge high-stakes matchup where the title is on the line, and both of these warriors on the outside on that concrete floor. You got to be kidding me, Kenzie.
Do it, Kenzie.
You can't be thinking this. Go for the suplex. Oh, my God, on the concrete floor. Agonizing pain on the face of Markova, the challenger, sent back into the ring. Kenzie Page looking to retain here. Hooking the outside leg, could have a kick out by Markova.
It hurt her a little bit too, but she's willing to take a little bit of pain, to put a whole lot of pain on Natalia Markova and hang on to her World's Women title. And you know, Kenzie's a Triple Crown winner, Joe. Did you know that?
Oh, I did know that.
World Tag Team Champion. She's got the television title. Now she's got the Burke. She's probably never going to give it up because, I mean, who's going to beat her?
And it could be Natalia Markova, and they are just throwing live rounds center of this ring. And Kenzie shutting down Markova.
I beg to differ. Kenzie Page is the greatest women's wrestler I think I've ever seen. And I think that Natalia Markova winning, I mean, that's like Jacques Cousteau finding a dry spot in the ocean, Joey G. You know what I'm saying?
Markova was trying to go in for that beautiful destruction, that spinning heel kick. And okay. Oh, stacked up deep in the corner, kick out by Markova.
I don't know that the ref
to challenge for the World Women's Championship. Oh, what a maneuver there! Kenzie Page able to roll through, but eats a massive kick there by the challenger. Sent into the corner, sidestepping. Oh my God, Markova!
Yeah.
Face first into the middle turnbuckle. And this is a high-octane matchup with these two incredible wrestlers.
Yeah, you keep talking about how great Markova is, and she's a striker, she's this, that. Remember, what did Camille say about her? She said it was the myth of Markova, right? The myth. And she was never able to beat Camille. She had 1,000,000 chances at it. She's never been able to beat Kenzie. I don't know that she beat Kenzie on the World's Vampire Tour. I mean, I have no idea. According to my sources, she did. So why is it that she can't get over the hump here?
Up on the top rope. Up on the top. Oh, slight hesitation. And it was still enough. The missile drop kick to the face. Oh, man. Kenzie Page ate all of that.
But she took a lot of it, too. She's going to do a move to Kenzie, and it hurt her as much as she can't get up and make the pin.
After taking that suplex on the concrete floor, a lot of damage has been done to the neck and to the back of Natalia Markova, and Kenzie Page is already starting to stir.
Kenzie knows it, and maybe Natalia. It's in the back of her mind. She's been close a bunch of times, and she's never gotten there. She's not a big game player. Huh? Maybe that's the problem. Maybe that's some deep in her mind. She knows she can't beat Kenzie. She couldn't beat Camille. She can't beat Kenzie.
Camille has pushed Camille. Markova pushed Camille to the limit time and time again, has had some of the best matches year after year here in the NWA. Markova could get it done right here on Power. Sidestepping, and a shot to the back of the head. It could be enough here. Markova making history kick out.
And who beat Camille for the title? It was Kenzie. See? I'm telling you. It's academic, Joey G.
I'm telling you, Markova is a top-tier competitor, a hell of a challenger, won her way to this opportunity. Oh, my God! Got leveled with a super kick. It's over. Oh, no! That just shows the grit, the determination, and the heart of Natalia Markova.
I'll give you this, all right? She's tough as nails. I mean, I'll give you that, right? She is, you know what I mean? I ain't trying to throw with her, you know what I mean? She's tough as nails, and she kicked out of that, which most people would not have, right?
Ripcord.
So, I'll give you that.
Was looking for the Kenzie cutter. Markova, oh my God, what a knee! Kenzie Page, dangerous position here for her. Going up, oh, another kick! Stacked up top, this could be it! Shoulders are down, and kick out!
She had a shoulder up, Joey G.
Able to power out anyways.
That was impressive, too. I told you, I mean, Natalia's tough. I mean, hey, listen, you know, not everybody appreciates how tough our women in the NWA are, right?
Yeah.
I mean, look at
It's the toughest women's division in the sport of professional wrestling, and we're seeing it on display right here in this matchup for the Burke. Forearm shot. Kick to the leg. Set up. Ooh. The knee! Could be enough! Falls into the cover! New champ kick out!
Speaking of toughness, Kenzie kicked out of that, probably just on instinct.
And that was an immediate cover, too.
She's probably seeing stars right now, but look, you can see, she was trying to get the feeling back in her hands there.
Double underhook. Kenzie, reversal, off of the ropes, full head of steam, sling blade.
Now she's starting to feel it now. She's getting a second wind.
Gaining some momentum, up onto the shoulders, Kenzie Page.
She's running.
Coming in hot. Oh, the Death Valley driver into the turnbuckles. Drags Markova out into the cover. Shoulders are down. Oh, and a kick out again by Markova.
Kenzie's got to get it back. She was running on pure adrenaline right there.
And somehow Markova staying in this fight. Trying to get her wits about her.
Yeah, they've rocked each other. Mackenzie's upright first.
Ducks the clothesline. Markova dragged through. Double underhook. Looking for a DDT. No. Kenzie. Again. Full Nelson. Ripcord. Into the cutter. No. Cut off. Markova had it scouted. And there it is. Planting the skull of the champion. We've got a new winner.
No way.
Oh, and kicking out. 2 9/10. Markova can't believe it.
I can. You got to go for the cover right away, and you got to lock the leg. She didn't do it. Kenzie would have done it. Kenzie's got way more big game experience, championship experience.
There's a target right now. Markova has her in the corner. Was looking for it again. The beautiful destruction. The cutter. Kenzie cutter. Center of the ring. Deep cover. Will it be enough? A kick out. I don't know anybody who's ever kicked out of the Kenzie cutter.
I don't believe it.
Wow!
I got to see the replay on that.
Oh, there's schoolgirl. Shoulders are down. Kick out. Oh, and plants are there. Kenzie cutter again. She took a second. Kenzie cutter. Pulling it deep. Wow.
The winner of this match and still NWA World Women's Champion, Kenzie Page.
What do you think about that? She had to pull the tights to win. She had to pull the tights.
By way of Irvine, California, Layer 1, Bert Vixen.
559 days as the first ever women's champion here in Defy. Upended by Marina Shafir, and Marina has just recently passed Bert Vixen's total reign as champion, total days. Marina now at 5.
Washington, the 6-foot stunner, Rebel Kell.
Hope you can join us Angeles on the 27th of December right here at Washington Hall. And then the following night, Defy Ender in Los Angeles at the Lodge Room. DefyWrestling.com. The pre-sale on the 27th. General on sale the 28th. That's this coming week. 27th, of course, is Turkey Day. You got any plans, Ethan? You having a big feast or what?
I'm having my whole family come over to criticize. No toe frickin' way.
What? Oh, yeah, all right. Now here we go. Rebel Kell, Vert Vixen. One-on-one here. Vert said multiple times, just a dominant women's champion, and really set the bar for this entire division here in Defy.
I mean, there was a moment in history early on where this division lived and died by the performances in the ring of Vert Vixen. I don't think there is anybody who has established a division in Defy the way that Vert Vixen did. She faced challengers of all sizes, all styles, from all over the world, and really made this the hyper-competitive division that it's become.
Last time we saw Vert inside a Defy ring was in Las Vegas at the Palms Casino, Defy Living Proof last April. Viva Van, Vert Vixen, Amira teaming up. Beat the trio of Nicole Matthews, Eliza Hall, covered here by Vert, and Rebel Kell out of it. It was Nicole, Eliza Hall, and Riho, former Progress Women's Champion, and Rebel Kell trying to put Vert away.
Almost got her there, too.
Of course, speaking of Nicole Matthews and Eliza Hall, I mean, however many months ago, I'm terrible at math, 6-7 months ago, the two of them teaming up with Riho, and maybe that was kind of the
catalyst for the
the seedlings, if you will, of what we saw earlier tonight. And if you're just tuning in, Eliza Hall, I'm still shocked at. There's been a lot of craziness from the likes of Sovereign, right? But Eliza Hall, that might have been the biggest shock of the night so far.
Without a doubt, and somebody with the kind of self-respect that Eliza Hall has, the way she takes this business so serious, the fact that she would align herself with Nicole Matthews, someone who's been the perennial antagonist of the women's division here at Defy.
Rebel Kell holding her own here against the former women's champ. Kell, of course, I mean, she's Defy original in many ways. Big kick there, those long legs, the 6-foot stunner. Gets the 2 count, and Vert Vixen's still in it.
Yeah, I feel like in a lot of ways, Rebel Kell might be Vert Vixen's kryptonite. Vert Vixen, a striker at heart. But Rebel Kell, as Al said, 6-foot stunner. You got to get in that reach. I mean, if we're just going for distance, Rebel Kell's going to beat you to the punch, to the kick every time. I mean, that makes it very hard to be a striker when someone's got that kind of advantage over you. Vert Vixen looking to adapt quickly. Kell across the throat with that top cable.
Rolls through, looking for the cutter. Kell able to push it off. And Vert Vixen, shoulder tackle, cover. And the 1 count. It was earlier on tonight that we saw, again, Eliza Hall.
Eliza Hall and Beretta, Danica Della Rouge, seemingly all under the tutelage of Nicole Matthews.
Vert able to trip up Kell. Crushed her. Kick out at 2.
I don't know what kind of sick sorority Nicole Matthews is trying to put together. It does not bode well for the rest of the women's division here at Defy. Have 4 athletes in that kind of unified front.
I wasn't surprised to see Danica. I wasn't surprised to see Anna Beretta do what they did following the matchup. obviously we were shocked that Nicole Matthews showed up. But then for Liza Hall to join them and start laying the boots. I don't know. There's a lot that I don't understand. I don't understand what Sovereign's all about tonight. I don't know what they're on about. I don't know what their end goal is.
I feel like you could have a doctorate in psychology and still not figure out what Nicole Matthews could say to someone like Liza Hall to get her to abandon her morals like that.
Just laying out a mirror the way that they did. Vert Vixen
laying those kicks into Rebel Kell. Found a way to neutralize that distance. Panic.
Sliding kick, and Kell
Thought he just took her face clean off with that one.
trying to make sense of where she is. Snap suplex from Vert. Cover. And a kick out. Right back into it.
It's all these little things that, there's another cover. All these little things that have made Vert so effective over the years.
Was Vert just choking Rebel Kell on that cover?
I think he tried to sneak in a little stranglehold there, absolutely. To add to the list of things that have made her more effective over the years, but just the small things like taking Kell's face off of that boot in the corner, knowing you got to pin her in the middle of the ring instead of just dragging her to the middle, threw her to the middle with a snap suplex. If you're going to expend that kind of energy, get a little more out of it. Using that reach.
And trying to roll Vert up.
Again, that's that reach that Kell has.
Oh, wow. Vert missed that time. Kell didn't. And Zagiri, more of a Gamangiri. And both are down. Competitive matchup here is Vert. Love to get herself back in the title picture. I mean, you talk about Nicole Matthews. You talk about that rivalry between the two of them.
Nicole Matthews borderline obsessed with Vert Vixen. Proving she could get a win over her.
Cassidy crowd on hand here tonight inside Washington Hall in Seattle, this historic building. Just seen so many incredible moments over the years.
These two great athletes just exchange boots from the mat. Not even waiting to get to their feet to throw blows.
You know, we thought earlier that we were going to see a brand new Defy World Champion. Cody Chun was like right there. And the theme of the night has just been chaos for the sake of chaos, it seems, and it's all courtesy of the likes of Sovereign, and as we said, Matthews, Hall, Delarouge.
Beretta forming a group of their own. Rebel Kell able to rally back. The only wrestler standing in the ring right now, she's picking her shot. We're talking as competitive as this women's division is. If somebody like Kell can knock off a former champion, a dominant champion like Vert Vixen, I mean, that's a quick way to slingshot yourself into title contention.
Vert telegraphed that. Nice adjustment from Kell. Looked like she was trying to get ahead of steam and noticed that Vert was there, slowed up, and just blocked her. Here comes Kell now. This 6-foot stunner like a missile. Human torpedo through the ropes.
I mean, if you can build up enough momentum to get a 6-foot frame through those ropes.
Vert able to kick out at 2.
And that's like getting hit with a bullet train coming off the rails. Kell firmly in control right now. In your position like Kell is a win in here at Defy over somebody the caliber of a Vert Vixen with that kind of pedigree. You can lay a strong claim. Jackknife pin. Kell recovers. Both athletes still trying to jockey for position. This deep into the match.
Kell looking for a choke slam. Vert able to break free from that. Super kick.
She was able to get it within distance and land one of those big kicks.
Northern Lights.
Vert Vixen starting to rally. That kick in Northern Lights made a world of difference for Vert Vixen's chances in this match.
Running boot.
Vixen, her biggest assets, those lethal legs.
Look for that blue thunder bomb, the red ring of death, and it's where that 6-foot frame of Kel really comes into play. Vert trying again, and hits it. Kel breaks free at 2. Ethan, is that something that you can account for prior to a match? I imagine you look at your opponent and you think about those things, but in the heat of the moment, do you get caught off guard with somebody who's that much taller than you?
Oh, without a doubt, when you go to grab somebody around the waist, and it's a little higher up than you think it is, you got to make those little micro adjustments. Throws off your sense of where to grab somebody for leverage. It makes it a lot harder to go off on autopilot, especially when you're rocked. And I think Vert Vixen's learning that firsthand.
Looking for the brain buster, and Kel with a German suplex.
Pick that up over a tour of Japan.
Vert back up. Folds Kel over with that German suplex of her own.
Eye for an eye right there. Jacob Thomas making sure Kel knows what state she's in. Getting that boot up and trying to get some additional verticality like she needs it. Vert Vixen able to cut her off at the pass. Both athletes trying to navigate these ropes while jockeying for position, and underneath, big powerbomb coming up.
Kel hit it, but now
Get him out of here.
Liza Hall, Danica Delarue, Anna Beretta, and Nicole Matthews.
Like a pinwheel of death surrounding Vert and Kel.
We talked about the rivalry between Nicole and Vert over the years, and referees called for the bell. And a brawl here in the... What is going on here tonight? Matthews. Beretta. Hall. Hey, here comes Amira with a chair.
We're ready to collect some heads.
Defiance, the referee has ruled this a no contest.
Second no contest of the night by this gang of thugs.
Thank God Amira's handy with the steel. Who knows what?
As there's Ashley D'Amboise. And D'Amboise, an up-and-comer, has had some national appearances. And here she is, the Detroit Barbie herself. Fresh off a successful defense the last time we were here for Patriot Games over not one, but two opponents in the form of Jamie Lynn Senegal and the Puerto Rican sensation Marty Bell. But Dan, she's gonna have her hands full tonight as Ashley D'Amboise looks like a very formidable opponent. She's 6 months now. As bell sounds, we're underway. CCW Women's Championship on the line. Marina Tucker defending against Ashley D'Amboise. Referee Amy Veronica assigned to this contest.
Boy, they love her here in Port St. Lucie.
It seems like she's won the fans over of PSL very quickly here, Dan. And let's see how this transpires. Again, Marina Tucker, a crafty veteran. D'Amboise, very new in the business. We'll see how this one plays out. as the challengers continue to mount for Marina Tucker as the women's division ever growing here in CCW. Now with Tiffany Nieves, a full-time part of the roster.
Well, she's had some tremendous matchups. Very, very young career, obviously less than a month in the ring. But she's been doing very well for herself. Tiffany Nieves climbing the ladder here in the women's division.
Taking on the likes of Layla Gray, Sahara Seven, some of the top women in the state of Florida. And Tiffany Nieves looks to be a top contender possibly very, very soon for one Marina Tucker or whomever the CCW Women's Champion is. As Dan Boys and Tucker gonna lock it up right in the center of the ring. Go behind by Tucker. Nice drop down to the go behind there. Standing switch by Dan Boys. And Tucker with that full arm dragon twist applied here. Tries to go for that top wrist lock. Dan Boys, look at that athleticism, Dan.
Tremendous, let him go. Unbelievable.
And Tucker,
With a handful of hair.
sensing desperation there, grabs the hair to slow down her opponent. And Dan Boys with an arm drag out of the corner. Looking very crisp here in the early going is Dan Boys.
She's really looking sharp, Blake. I got a feeling Marina Tucker is going to lose her grip on that title.
She has certainly been pushed to the limit in recent weeks. We'll see how it comes down here tonight as Dan Boys once again with an arm drag takedown on Marina Tucker. And the Detroit Barbie, certainly not how she game planned this one.
Well, Dan Blas, she's got complete control of that arm now, and Tucker again with a handful of hair.
As Tucker gonna send Dan Boys there into the corner. Dan Boys thought Tucker was right behind her, but the Detroit Barbie stays one step ahead with a kick to the midsection. And now she puts her in position. Tucker going for that snap suplex, nicely done by Dan Boys to put on the brakes. And Dan Boys with a suplex coming back the other way. She's gonna float over, lateral press, 1, 2, and a 2.5. As Dan Boys now goes for the Irish whip here on the near side. Reversed by Tucker. Detroit Barbie's gonna charge in, and Dan Boys gonna send her to the apron. The challenger is caught in the midsection here, and Marina Tucker putting her right in position, Dan. On that middle rope, just jacks her down with a reverse neck breaker. Look at the whiplash there on the challenger.
Well, she bended her back right in half. That has had to cause some major damage to Ashley Dan Blas. Tucker, jaw jacking with the fans at ringside, but now finally makes the cover.
Only gets 2, but the CCW Women's Champion firmly back in control here in our third bout of the night at Destiny Awaits.
Yeah, but she wasted a lot of time. Blake, she could have had the pin.
There's a scoop slam. Sends Dan Boys down off the ropes. Goes Marina Tucker, the round off into the elbow. Signature Tucker offense there, hooks the inside leg, 1, 2, and a 2.5. As Tucker
Right hand, right to the jaw.
catchers are right in the mouth indeed. And this crowd once again rallying behind Ashley Dan Boys.
Well, Ashley's got a tremendous fan following here in Port St. Lucie.
Indeed she does.
She's from nearby Fort Lauderdale, and she might have had some people come up and see her.
One of the biggest matches of her career here for the CCW Women's Championship. She could be defending this title all over the state of Florida into Tennessee if she's able to be victorious tonight. And Dan Boys catches Tucker with a knife edge chop. She might have hurt herself there. Goes for the Irish whip here. Tucker's gonna reverse it. And the champion just gonna pull Dan Boys right down. And now a cocky cover, 1, 2. And somehow Dan Boys is able to kick out a 2.
Nothing pretty about it. Blake, she just grabbed a handful of hair and slammed it back to the mat. Back of her head bouncing off the mat, though, certainly effective. Tucker in control of what she is relentless when she has the upper hand.
As Tucker now bringing Dan Boys back to the other side. And you see her right now as her draped over that middle rope. And Marina Tucker once again adding insult to injury there, kicking that middle rope right into the throat of her opponent. And now she has Dan Boys up, dumps her right on the back of her neck with a belly to back suplex.
And Tucker now posing for the camera instead of going for the cover.
Lateral press.
And just those few seconds could have cost her the victory.
Very close right there. As Marina Tucker looks on the cusp of victory, perhaps, as the M Boys in a very precarious position. And Marina Tucker here, the Irish whip to the near side. Gonna charge in, and DM Boy sticks the boot up. I don't know if she got all of it, but certainly enough to keep Tucker at bay for the meantime. Dives off that middle turnbuckle, crossbody, here we go, 1, 2, 2.5.
She got all of that cross body. Tucker.
Dan Boy's maybe a bit overzealous, does not hook the leg. And that might have cost her.
Tucker really favoring that right hand.
And Marina Tucker now goes to climb. And the Boy slips out.
Nicely done, a veteran move from the rookie.
And Tucker's face connects to that top turnbuckle, possibly causing some whiplash of her own. And now the Detroit Barbie trying to pull herself back to her feet. Ashley D'Amboise has her exactly where she wants her. D'Amboise with a clothesline. One more time. And she's got her up here, and a big scoop slam's gonna sit out with it. Falcon's arrow, 1, 2 3/4. Dan, I thought that might have done it.
So close. She didn't get all that Falcon's arrow though, Blake. She lost her a little bit on the way down. Didn't have the full effect, but it was a close one. And Dan Blas now all over Marina Tucker.
And a swinging side slam by the challenger. Here we go. Oh, Tucker, wait, they're continuing to move here. And it looks like the pinfall attempt was averted as both ladies jostle for position. And Marina Tucker there puts a stop to the offensive attack by Dan Boys. And there's a basement DDT. Dan, she's got her too. And somehow the challenger kicks out.
This has been a tremendous women's title match, Blake. Tucker now and Dan Blas trading blows on their knees. Neither one able to get a distinct advantage. Now it looks like Tucker does, and no, Dan Blas coming back.
Both ladies back to a vertical base here, exchanging blows right in the center of the ring. The Irish whip sends Tucker off the ropes, ducks underneath as the champion. And Dan Boys here's got her. She picks her up. And the Uranagi 1, 2, we got a new champion now.
Oh, hey, so close. So close.
And Dan, she might be looking to shut the door here. Has her up, fireman scary position. Tucker elbows out.
Well, she caught her right in the jaw.
And Tucker ducks underneath. Oh no, she's got her in position. Here we go. I thought she was gonna try to spin her out. No, goes for the backslide. Oh! And a big knee right to the face. That's gotta do it. Stuns her. And Marina Tucker is still the champ.
Here is your